Welcome to Belpre Elementary School. My name is Dara Brooks, the proud principal.
Hello, my name is Kevin Yates. I'm the proud principal of Damascus High School. I'm happy to welcome you to Damascus.
Welcome to Farquhar Middle School. I'm Mr. Beidelman, principal, and today what we're going to do is kind of just walk you through how our team collaborated together to create a safe environment for students when they return back to school.
Similar to our car and walker door, our bus loop entrances are separated by kindergarten and first grade entrances. Students also have visual cues as they exit the buses on where they should walk to get into the building and maintain social distancing.
Our 7th grade students will enter through the front, our 8th grade students will enter on the side of the school, and our 6th grade students will enter from the rear. As you enter in the building, in order to limit contact with different grade levels, all staff members of that particular grade level will use the same entrance. Everyone will see the same thing upon entrance, the security personnel there with PPE, with necessary masks if students have forgotten their mask or lost it from transit from home to school. We will also have additional hand sanitizer or gloves if students choose so to wear them throughout the school day.
After students come into the building, they will go directly to their classroom. They will not go to their lockers because we cannot ensure social distancing. We've also ensured that we have adequate supplies of hand sanitizer and cleaning supplies throughout the building for both students and staff. One step that we took here at Damascus that I think was extremely helpful was our school business administrator, Ms. Carrie Pitts, took the school map and designated which hallways would be one way and which stairwells would be one way. And she used highlighter to highlight that for our building service manager. And that helped him tremendously when he went around with his team and put down the signage.
What we'd have here is a storage area of an underused space where we created enough room to take all of the desks from our 7th grade floor into one particular area.
Here at Damascus, we instead decided to leave the desks in the classrooms and label the desks that are 6 feet apart so that students and staff are clear on where students can sit.
I want to talk a little bit about some of the non-traditional spaces and also some of the different laboratories with some very heavy equipment that can pose challenges to your building service team. So instead of moving all of the big heavy tables out, one thing you can use is a color scheme. So we use this color scheme to place students 6 feet apart. We can also change the color scheme to different areas in different periods when students transition. This allows us to utilize computer lab spaces, laboratory spaces, and specialty area spaces effectively without moving materials around.
Here we are in our auto shop where you can see we've socially distanced our students. We had nowhere to put these heavy tables, so we've left them here. However, we did remove the chairs, so we have 2 chairs in each row. Students will also be socially distanced as they work in the auto shop on the vehicles.
In our kindergarten classrooms, we wanted to make sure that we continued with our theme of visual cues. Each student has their own individual desk, as well as a designated place to keep their belongings. The biggest distinction between our kindergarten classrooms and our 1st and 2nd grade classrooms is that rather than using baskets like we did in kindergarten classrooms, we're using desks for students to place their belongings.
In our Learning for Independence classroom or our school community-based classrooms, students are used to having different resources available to them during the class period, such as cubbies, different workstations. And so what we try to do is repurpose those things to individual stations. So at the student's desk, they still have their Chromebook available to them. They have their individual cubby, which will remain on their desk with individual supplies. This was just Farquhar's take on how we can use just the things that we have here in our school, how we can repurpose or redesign different areas to make them suitable and safer for students
That concludes our tour of Damascus High School. Thank you all for coming along for the ride. We were happy to have you and host this event for our plans to provide a safe return for in-person instruction.
Although we anticipate adjustments to our theoretical planning once we have seen the plan in action, we are hopeful that the thinking that went into Belpre's considerations of the 5 pillars of readiness is helpful to other elementary schools as each constructs their plan for reopening.